I'm recording now, yes. We are recording and we are live.
Recording.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hola.
So I got a question. Do we start with sports or do we start with rants?
You got a rant, John?
Oh, buddy. You have no idea.
Really?
I don't
Sports related or is it?
Oh, it's nothing to do with sports, man. It's a trip to the store today.
Oh, God. Oh, the guy, the thing you posted?
Dude. I don't think people have totally got the social distancing message.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do I need to put my mask on for this?
Yeah. Please do. Yeah.
Elliot, you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'll wait for Elliot to get here so he can hear it and join in on the fun. Just an absolute poop show.
I've got a copy.
All right, run away.
Okay, come on.
Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese.
I don't see Elliot being able to get through. I don't know what's going on.
Ninja kick it. It's my official.
I mean, he's not muted or anything. I don't know what's going on with Elliot's stuff. Well, go ahead and start your rant, John. Social distancing.
So, my wife today said, "Hey, honey, I don't really want to go to the stores anymore." And I'm like, "Thank goodness, because when you go to the stores, it takes 20 hours."
Right.
So she's like, "I just need a few things." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll go to the local, well, not CVS. We got Shoppers Drug Mart up here, which is basically CVS, right?"
Yeah.
So Sunday afternoon, there's people out, but it's still, the parking lot is basically empty.
Yeah.
Right? Basically empty.
Done.
I go into the store, do my thing. I'm in and out maybe 10 minutes max, you know? I come out, still no cars. But wait, there's 2 cars in the parking lot. There's my beautiful GMC Acadia parked nicely inside of the lines, right?
Yeah.
And then there's this massive Alberta pickup truck. Woo! You know.
The only 2 vehicles, the only 2 cars in the parking lot?
Parked beside mine. Literally this far apart.
Now, were you 2 the only ones in the parking lot, or were there more cars?
Only there's I think there's 2 other cars, but on the other side, like 20, 40, 50 feet away. Like,
all right, so he could have parked in a different spot.
Could have parked 15 spots. Like, I mean.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Okay, so I come out of the store, and I think it's a joke. Like, I literally, like, I'm sitting here. I'm being videotaped. It's my buddy has the same truck. I'm like, it's him. He did that. Totally did that.
You're garbled, but I can hear you.
Well, I just hear echoes.
Yeah, I got going through.
Yeah, I hear echoes, man.
Yeah.
Not me.
Anyway, go ahead, John.
Okay. So
how's that?
That's better.
So I look out and there's no one around. So I'm like, okay, it's my buddy. He's trolling me because he's got the same truck.
Yeah.
It's my buddy Ricardo. It's him. Nowhere to be seen. So then some teenage kid pops his head out of the back of the truck. You know, he's maybe 13, 14 years old, and he looks around. He's like, "I should probably call my mom, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, probably call your mom. That'd be a good idea, kid." Goes into the store, comes out with his mom. You know, this little tiny lady, you know, maybe the same age as me, maybe a little bit older, whatever. She comes out and she's like, "Oh, sorry." I'm just like, you know, I'm like, it's so funny. I really like, okay. Oh my gosh. The emotion was just like, okay, you know what? Just shut up. Just whatever. It was
Are you having social?
an extra 10 minutes. 10 minutes of my life, whatever. So she pulls out. This is where the story gets great. She pulls out, allows me to get into the car. While I'm getting into the car, she literally pulls back. I haven't even shut my door yet. She's pulling back in. So instead of here, it's like this far apart. One of her friends that she's with rushes over and opens up the door. Guess what happens?
He dinged your door.
Totally smashes my door. So here is literally like a cartoon going on in my head. I have the devil on one shoulder and Jesus on the other. And, like literally the devil is saying, go and smash that door open. Like, just go rage. And then Jesus is like, no.
Old John wanted to come out so bad it wasn't funny.
Dude, and I'm just like, I could imagine her looking into and my face is just.
Does it make you wonder now why it makes you take your wife?
I just backed up and I drove home. And you saw the video before she hit the car.
Yeah. Did you look at your door? How's your door look, John?
I said, baby, we got to do a Bible study to my wife.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Elliot.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
So how bad's the ding on your car?
It's a mark. It's not a big smash, but it's not pretty. Dude, I'm just like
I feel a song coming on. Don't park so close to me.
Dude, like this is the thing. Like I'd understand if it was like, it was a big tight spot and there was 1,000 cars there. There's literally 2 other cars in the whole parking lot. And it's this type of, like, I don't know what it is in Alberta. It's like massive trucks, itty bitty brains, like tiny little itty bitty brains. The biggest truck you could possibly get. I'm talking wheels this big and just like, I'm a country boy.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I was just like, okay, time to go home. Just go home. Just go home.
That's why you need to let your wife go shopping.
That's why I need to. And the moral of the story, like Elliot said, she might take 20 hours in the store, but she won't rage and go postal on people.
Right.
Now then, John.
It's more polite than that.
Hey, gotta make watching the kids or walk in the park, don't it?
John, imagine a region that has tens of thousands of trucks like these. Welcome to Texas.
Welcome to Texas.
Alberta is the Texas of Canada, man. I totally get it. It's like the brains are this big, the trucks are this big.
I thought Calgary was the Texas of Canada.
That's Alberta.
Yeah.
That's where all the rodeos are, right?
That's Alberta, man.
Oh,
I know
okay.
American. We
Calgary.
don't know Canadian geography.
Calgary is North Fort Worth.
Canada.
Okay. You were talking about the province, not just Edmonton. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Province.
The province of Alberta, yes.
We call our states provinces here.
Yes, okay. Because we have a parliamentary system
So
of
it's
government.
like Houston and Dallas.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We're more Houston because we're a little bit rougher here. They're more Dallas and Calgary. Anywho, I get it. Ken, it's I don't know what it is. It's like dudes and people. Like I can't even say dudes because it was a little lady.
Yes.
A little East Indian lady too.
Yes.
Like a little nice little, I'm sorry. Totally, but she literally parked this close.
Mm-hmm.
She cuss you out in Indian?
Sorry?
Did she cuss you out in Indian?
No, she was all like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, it's
Yeah,
I'm
probably
part of me. I'm like, it's okay.
She was trying to cuss
And
you
you
out
know
in
what? This one I would have said, lady, you know what? There are 30,000 other parking spaces that are open in this
I know
parking lot.
you could have backed that tractor rig up into it. It was like
Right.
one of those Ford 350 massive trucks.
Right.
Yeah. I can pull up to a stoplight, and here comes a beautiful blonde in an Ford F-350. I'm
He
going.
deserved it.
Wait a
He deserved
Thanks,
it.
Nose. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks, man.
I heard beautiful blood.
Yeah, Bob, you got Bob.
Hey,
In a
My
Ford
bad.
F-350.
guys, my bad. I was late, but I could see y'all and hear y'all, but
Yeah.
I didn't have no audio and no video. Why? Because I just got a new computer like a couple days ago, and I forgot to set all that up.
You're breaking it in, is what you're saying. Now, the good thing is, your audio works well this week. Did you fix your cord, or did you get something new?
I didn't do anything to the cord. I
Okay.
got a new computer.
You got a new computer.
But anyway, the irony of it all is I think about it and I say, okay, so my computer is 8 gigs of RAM. It has a 256 solid state hard drive, a 1 terabit regular hard drive, so on and so. All that shit, you think this thing is a freaking animal, right?
Yeah.
Here's the box my computer came in.
Oh yeah, they're making them small now. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I got a full bore computer, and it's attached to the back of my monitor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how they're coming now. I mean, we got new computers at work, and they're no bigger than that.
I can take my PC everywhere.
Because of the SSD drives now, John, or Elliot. That's one.
I got a 256 solid state in this one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're old hard drives that are like, you know, this big are gone the way of the dodo. They're no longer there.
Man,
everything is compact now.
And the box is 3 times as big as the computer.
Yes.
What brand is it, Elliot?
Huh?
What brand is it?
Oh, B-Link.
Okay.
Look at I paid. I bought it on Amazon for $239.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the tower. Yeah. The day of the tower is going. I still have a tower here, but still, the day of the towers are going by the wayside.
Everything's in a mod.
Either it's going to be like Elliot has, or it's an all-in-one, one of the others.
That's what I have.
Towers. Hey, I'll tell you what, gaming towers ain't going nowhere.
No, gaming towers, no.
No, because the video processor, the video
processor and the fans required to keep it cool.
Those towers are going to live forever, dude.
Yeah.
So, how was everybody's week?
You ready for my rant?
Ken has a rant. Oh, my goodness.
Ken's got a rant. Let's
get
it.
Kenny, go ahead. I know what Kenny's
rant.
I know what it is, too. I saw his rant.
I got one quick little rant.
What?
God hates the XFL and spring football.
Yes, it does. Yes, he does.
I mean, come on now.
And they filed for bankruptcy.
They had to.
Yeah.
They had to.
Actually, the Dallas Renegade Stadium has new tenants now.
It's not like they were selling out crowds, but they couldn't actually obviously draw any attention playing in front of nobody.
Right.
Not even the TV networks would put them on under those circumstances because the ratings would be crap.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But hey. Oh, and shout out to Tavares Jackson.
Yes, Jackson passed away in a car accident earlier this week. Yes.
Yeah.
Quarterback for Seattle. He played for several teams.
One of the best backup quarterbacks of all time.
Yes, agreed.
Minnesota too.
Agreed.
Oh, I didn't even see this, but yes, KD, exactly. Sorry, I'm just responding to. I don't know why I didn't.
What'd she say?
I'm not even seeing anything.
Okay. Can you go ahead?
I'm watching week 14 of NFL Red Zone.
Are we all excited about the Bulls documentary coming out tonight at 10 o'clock?
Not at all. Don't care.
I wish I was. I wish I could see it.
I forget. And everybody has ESPN. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to it because it's sentimental to me because of the fact that's the last era I really got into the NBA was when Jordan was in his peak. You know, and that last run was exciting for me, and I loved it because I was a fan of Jordan. So, but I'm looking forward to watching it. It's 10 episodes. It's 10 hours over the course of the next 5 weeks. So so it's gonna be every Sunday.
Every Sunday night.
Sunday night, yes. So.
Hey, have any of you guys seen the horse competition?
No.
No, I didn't watch it. Care less.
You didn't watch that or the NBA 2K20?
No.
Watch that?
No. Could care less.
I'm just checking.
Yeah. Kenny, what's your rant? Go ahead.
Oh, you know what my rant is.
I do know what your rant is.
My rant is on his chest.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not stripping for you today this time.
Hey, I didn't want you to strip the last time. So.
Yeah, I didn't want to either, but you started it. No, my rant has to do with the unemployment system in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
First off, let me preface this. Last Saturday, after spending hours and hours of dialing and listening to busy signals, I finally get through to some agent at the Texas Workforce Commission.
Army.
And we spend about, almost 2 hours, getting my application all set and everything. And he keeps saying that, let me get your phone number, because if we do get cut off, I will call you back. I promise.
Uh-huh.
I give him both my phone numbers.
Famous last words.
Famous last words. Yep. Sure enough, we get cut off, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and all this time, I got to go to the bathroom. I don't take my phone with me to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
I go to the bathroom, come right back. I missed the call.
Oh, no.
Thanks. So I go, well, I know what the number is, so I'll call him right back. Busy signal. So I'll wait, and I wait, and I'll wait. And finally, I've got to actually run to the store for something. So I have the phone with me. And how I missed this call, I have no idea because I never heard it ring. But I get whatever I need to do, get out of there, get back in my car, look at my phone, and he's calling me back again. And I missed it again. And I can't remember if it was the first time or the second time he actually left a voicemail saying, I will call you back. And that was the last I ever heard from him.
Jesus.
So I spend the next 4 or 5 days calling and calling, trying to call this same number back, trying to get a hold of him. Never do. Last Friday night, I decided, well, this got still an incomplete application, I guess, because we didn't get to finish, what we were doing. So I pull out the old laptop, fill out another application. It's actually going to be an appeal now because the thing is expired. Then yesterday, I get a couple of pieces in the mail. One of them is an actual handbook for the Texas Workforce Commission. So it has to do with your benefits and everything. I go, well, that's promising.
Right.
The other one says, you didn't work enough hours. You didn't make enough money. Your benefits will be 0.
Because you work part-time.
So I work part-time, and I didn't mince any words. I told them, hey, this is part-time work. I mean, I didn't
Right,
get that many hours.
Doesn't it come under the umbrella of the COVID-19 relief package?
Yes.
That's what I don't understand is why you're not getting it, because you had it was not anything of your fault. They didn't lay you off.
Exactly.
You lost your job because they closed the schools for the remainder of the school year.
That's exactly why I actually filled out this application form again Friday night in anticipation of it being rejected. So this was actually going to go down as my appeal.
Yeah.
So I got that sent out, and I have not heard back from it yet. So I'm still hoping that they'll change their mind and send me something, but I'm not anticipating anything.
That's just really messed up.
It's really absolutely messed up. And so until that stimulus check comes in, I don't know what's going to happen. So
yeah. Well, I haven't got my check either. We're still waiting to rewrite the software so Trump's name can be on it. So I mentioned, how that goes.
Well, you do realize that just about every check that his name appears on ends up bouncing like a basketball.
Yes, it does. That's my concern.
So I don't know. It's
it'll be on the memo. It won't be on. It won't be actually. He's not going to sign it. It's going to be on the memo.
No, it's just going to have it still on it. Right.
But
I
mean, that's
may or may not be on
my credit card bill that I've been overusing. So since this whole thing started, but I went through unemployment a few years ago, so I feel your pain. And I tell you what, the unemployment in Florida is $375 every 2 weeks. That's what I took home.
$275 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'd take that.
Yeah, sure.
I know. I'm not being business and turn down anything.
I was married at the time, so it was like it was a little extra money. It wasn't, Shauna was working full time, and she was making more money than I was when I was working full time. So, we were okay. But that when you see that, it's like, really, $375 a week every 2 weeks. That's what you're gonna give me, So, but, it is what it is. So, so anybody else getting your rants?
I mean, up here they're doing it. They're doing something similar. It's just there's basically it's almost on a I don't know what's the right word. We trust you system.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just agree to everything and they send you the check, no problem. No,
And
no
you're part of that because even though you're an entrepreneur, you're still getting that because you pay.
Well, it's either being employed or self-employed, and I fall under the self-employed.
Right.
So we get $2,000 a month for 4 months, right? But the government is pretty clear. They're like, listen, like we're gonna give you the money, no questions asked. So all you got to do is fill out the form and press send. We'll send it to you. But next year, if you guys screw us, we will screw you. So that's why it's like I was actually working with my father-in-law today, and he's retired. He thought he might be able to get it, but because he's retired, he can't. And he saw the list of stuff. He could have just pressed send, but he's like, "Nah, I'm not even going to do it because, down the road, it'll be a nightmare for people that are, trying to claim this thing when they weren't eligible for it."
Right.
That's the problem that Canada has, this kind of like, oh, we trust you thing, which is cool. But in this type of situation, are people really going to be like, I'll say no to the $8,000 over the next couple of months, or will I deal with that next year? Right. And
I mean, by it, when they say that if you screw us, we're going to screw you. What does that mean? I mean, does that mean that you're on the honor system as far as whether or not you need the money or not?
Yeah, that's it. You're on an honor system, like and generally, like, and this is not. Listen, obviously, what happened today in Canada is obviously that we are not a peachy, rosy, innocent little country.
And I just read it, and not to bring everybody down, but I just saw the death toll at 13.
Yeah, and it'll probably go up because it's just horrible, man.
Yeah.
I mean, so Canada has dark little things, but at the end of the day, generally, I can see some people trying to abuse the system, but I don't think we will. I don't know. Maybe I got hope for humanity a little bit after today in the parking lot. I don't know.
Right.
But I hope everybody gets and kind of like, and you guys down there are screwed. Like it's a screw. Like just what Katie said, man. A lot of people are going to get that money. That's not going to get the economy going. That's going to pay off debt.
Correct. And it's only a one. And compared to Canada, ours is a one-time payment. It's not monthly. It's not over 4 months. It's a one-time deal. And you got politicians down here saying that'll last you 10 weeks. The hell it will. It'll be like it lasts me 2 weeks. You kidding me?
10 days.
Yeah, I mean, $1,200 doesn't go very far down here. So, I feel blessed because I still can work full time, 40 hours a week at my job. Have not been downsized. Have not been laid off. I'm very blessed and very lucky. And I'm not taking that for granted. But right now, I mean, still, because of staying home, I have to do most of my shopping online. I go out maybe once in a while to go groceries and everything. For some reason, I'm using my credit card more than I have in the past. And that's what I don't understand. I don't know why, but it is.
Credit card.
So, that money that I get is going to pay my credit card bill. So, but whether it comes a week from now or 2 weeks from now, it doesn't matter. That's what it's going to do.
This economy is going to suffer. Like this is, and I'm not going to get too political here because God knows we don't want to get too political. But this is going to affect everybody a lot more than the virus will.
The economy
is
serious. It's going to take the economy a couple of years to bounce back to where it was. I mean, can you guys imagine how many small businesses are going to go out of business? Are going to be done.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Restaurants.
Yeah.
Little Haji Marts, like we call them down here.
Think about it. Even if this the curve flattens and whatever, are you going to be like, oh, let's go out for dinner tonight, Judy and Jason? No one's going to want to go out. They're going to stay home, and they're going to be so scared. And it's like you said, man, years for this to recover. Years. But
by the way, I have a message for Justin Trudeau. By the way, John.
Okay.
Get rid of the Ted Cruz beard.
Oh yeah.
In a hurry. It looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous on Ted Cruz. It looks ridiculous on him.
He's like, don't speak moistly to people.
Oh, don't say that word. I hate that freaking word.
He said that. He said that in a thing. Don't speak moistly.
God, that word needs to be struck in the English language. I'm sorry. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it.
That sounds so Canadian.
Oh, it's just. Listen, I'm not one of those anti-Trudeau people, and I'm not like pro-Trudeau. Again, I'm really middle.
You're right down the middle, John. You know,
I'm right down. Like I'm conservative about some things, I'm liberal about other things. Like, whatever. But he's just like, dude, just shut up. Just don't talk. Just don't talk. Don't do the little goatee thing. Just do whatever you're gonna do. Just don't be it in public. Just.
I saw a picture of him the other day, and I'm going, seriously? Good grief. Trying to emulate somebody, don't do Ted Cruz. My God.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, Ken knows about Ted Cruz because he's a senator from his state. So, you know.
Moist.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stop, John. Stop.
In my previous life, I had to cover a Ted Cruz rally 2 years ago.
I'm so
and I had to sit in the front row with the rest of the media right in front of him. I'm going, get me out of here.
Was your skin crawling, Ken?
Crawling?
Yeah.
No.
Ted Cruz is our greatest export. You're welcome.
No, thank you. After Justin Bieber, there you go. Okay.
You Canada.
Born in Calgary.
Yeah. After Justin Bieber, Ted Cruz is the bastard child from Canada. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
We appreciate Michael J. Fox. Don't get me wrong. We love Back to the Future, but Ted Cruz and Justin Bieber was a little bit too much. And I can even tolerate Celine Dion every once in a while, but it is what it is.
Oh, I can't handle her. I got a story about her.
We'll keep
I won't talk about it later.
Nia Twain.
Yeah, I got sick of that song when Titanic came out. I got sick of that song about 20 minutes after it was released. So,
What? My Heart Will Go On?
Yes, I got tired of that song about 20 minutes after it was released. So,
we'll keep
red. Could you make up your mind, please? Is it going to be blue or is it going to be red, Elliot? We can't. We're going back and forth here.
He doesn't even hear us. No.
Can you hear me, Elliot?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said, is your room going to be blue or is it going to be red? Are you going to change it up every couple minutes?
Huh?
Is your room going to be red or is it going to be blue? The background, because your background changes like every 10 minutes.
Whatever the light wants.
Volume 7.
Ooh. Dang.
I went out Saturday or Friday for groceries. And
Publix.
And it was an odd adventure because Florida people are stupid. Florida is Florida. Florida is Florida.
Ain't no argue out of me.
Okay. And Elliot and I live here, so we can say that.
He's really playing Celine Dion in the background.
Bob,
like he's really playing it.
Bob, turn that shit off.
Alexa, stop.
I'm gonna dump you.
Like, did no one else hear that? I'm sitting there hearing Celine Dion in the background.
I realized it after you said it, John.
That's freaking annoying.
Yeah. I realized it after you said it, what was going on. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna dump him if he doesn't stop. But I mean, going to the grocery store, people are just freaking stupid. They're going to the grocery store in packs. They're not going by themselves.
Right.
They're not maintaining a 6-foot difference. I had to dodge people left and right when I was in there, and again, I'm in that category with diabetes. If I get it, it's almost guaranteed a death sentence, just like Elliot. Okay, almost. Okay, but but I have to go grocery because I tell you what, if you guys use delivery services, if you had to use delivery services for your food, the delivery fees on these apps are humongous. They're outrageous. I refuse to pay them. So yeah, that was my experience on Friday.
I have an idea for you, Scott.
What's that, Kenny?
Put on a dark pair of glasses, carry a cane like you're blind.
Right.
Walk in there and just kind of wave it back and forth, and people will stay away from you. Wrap them on the shins every now and then, and they'll stay away.
Yeah, Elliot, we're getting an echo from your new PC, by the way. We need to invest and send you some earbuds.
The little tiny ones.
Yeah, little tiny ones.
Just the little tiny ones.
The blue teeth.
Blue teeth, not Bluetooth. Blue teeth. Yeah. Violet teeth.
Right.
Oh,
I just came up with that one.
That was good.
No, and you're right. I mean, and look at me. I'm really, I'm growing it out. See how it happens. You know, I don't like how it looks, but since I don't have to go to the office, it doesn't matter how it looks, and see if we can grow it out. And maybe I can be like John Elliott someday and have a nice.
You get the echo?
No, you're good now, man.
Yeah, you're good now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I actually mowed my face the other day, so.
Yeah.
Nice. Mowed it.
I just can't wait for this is over so I can get a freaking haircut because I'm not cutting.
I know mine's getting too long already.
I can't stand it. I mean, John, I know John, but because
and I realize how gray I'm getting whenever it grows out too.
Shave it off,
do you
bro.
see my beard, Bob? Do you see my beard?
Shave it off. Just accept it. I've accepted.
I know. I look terrible with it as a skinhead. No, it's not going to
Just
happen.
embrace it. Own it.
I do not have a head for a bald man. I do not have a head that's.
See, Elliot embraces it.
Yeah, Elliot. I know.
Embrace it. It is a sign of old age.
Multifaceted hairdo.
Yeah,
a mullet and a
it's not going
gullet.
to happen in this lifetime. I'm sorry.
Dude, I look weird now when I start growing hair. Like it's like there's nothing growing up here, so it's just little like fuzzies.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're just.
So you just take a
hey, how are you?
You're gonna have Tina take a razor and just go that.
No, I do a number. I
Sean.
just do it just straight up, and it works. It's
Hey, Scott, you're falling behind on the beard, yo. Come on, hurry up.
Hey, it's only been going like this for a couple weeks, man. Give me some time, okay?
I only got a little bit of grays in my beard. I'm pretty happy with my red facial hair. It works. Yeah, it's good. It's like my son. He's got red hair, like fire red hair. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, you get it from you, right? The red hair.
Well, yeah, but see, I have red facial hair. I have brown hair.
Okay.
Blonde arm hair. And black chest hair. Like, go figure. So my kid is like, red hair.
Yeah.
Fro. Like just.
How did he take it when you told him you were moving to Newfoundland?
Oh, that one. Oh, the other kid. He's cool with it. I told him today actually, and he's just like, I'm like, I'll fly you out whenever, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, you're totally welcome to come, but I know as an 18-year-old, the last place you want to be on Earth is Newfoundland and Labrador.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, I get it.
Because there's like nothing to do.
There's lots to do. It's just not what you want to do at 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, it's like fishing and hunting. Like, yeah, like I'm told, give me all the fish in the world. Just let me have.
Yeah.
But for an 18-year-old, like I remember when I was 18, I was a stupid little shithead kid, and my mom threatened me, like, I'm gonna send you to your grandparents in Newfoundland. I was like, oh, I'll be good, Mom, I promise. Like, no way in hell I was going to Newfoundland. So there you
go, ginger ale. There you go. You got it. Yes.
That's our best export.
Canada Dry is the best.
That's our best export. Next to Ted Cruz and Justin Bieber.
Fuck Schweppes and burners.
There you go.
Malibu also.
I try to live as a unicorn, Jim.
Canada Dry all the way, baby.
Yes.
I love it, man. My wife got me a bunch a couple weeks ago, and that's that and root beer. Like
it's the Tesla of soda.
The Tesla. guys.
Yeah.
Draft week.
Yes, I know.
Draft week.
Yep. Just as a side note, we are not doing a live draft show because not all of us can be here that night, so we're not going to do a live show.
But it's draft day viewings.
Yes. I actually purchased that movie. I purchased that movie after last week's show. I have it in my Amazon movies, so I can watch it whenever I want to. I watched it, I think, Sunday or Monday, one of the two. I think maybe actually I watched it.
I bought it.
Tonight, and I love it.
Monte Mac, no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what.
I put the digital DVD, the digital thing in my computer or online or whatever.
Yes.
I watch it anytime.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Oh, I'm watching it like 3 times.
Hey, I can be here on Thursday. Don't speak for me.
Well, yeah, I know that, but we're not going to do a live draft show. We decided that earlier this week, that we're not going to do a live show. So,
and I'm so excited. We have no first round draft pick.
With what you did in the offseason, who needs it? Your first
Leonard Fournette, dude.
Your first round draft pick was Stephon Diggs.
Hell yeah!
You got Burger Boy. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, Burger Boy.
Yeah.
Burger Boy.
Burger Boy. And Leonard Fournette apparently is on the market.
Yes, I did see that today.
Dude,
yes.
if you guys can get Fournette, you'll be sick.
What I hear.
Dude, Dude, like, I'm okay with Yeldon being our number 2, but I'm
it'll-
much better with Singletary being our number 2.
Well,
Singletary
If that
at
makes
number
sense.
2,
Fournette,
yeah.
dude, don't.
Yeah. It'll
I love
definitely be,
Fournette.
it'll definitely be Tampa and Buffalo in the Super Bowl if you do that.
Do it, man. Let's go, Brandon, buddy.
Elliott is pushing the Tampa Buffalo Super Bowl just to see if Buffalo can beat Tom Brady.
Hey, there's 2 things I want to see. I want to see John rip at Scott for his team being in the Super Bowl, and number 2, I want to see Scott cheering for Tom Brady because he has to.
Dude, it's best scenario ever. I will come to Tampa Bay if the Bills make it. Don't have to go to the game. I'll just come and hang out at your house, Scott. I've
got 2 great big TVs. We can watch it, and then we know.
I'll just grab a carton of eggs and just throw them at your Tom Brady jersey because you know you're gonna buy one.
Newsflash: I will not be buying a Tom Brady jersey. I have the jersey I want. It's hanging right there. Thank you very much.
If they win the Super Bowl, he might think.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
No.
With the big Super Bowl patch on it.
See, there's 2 reasons I won't buy a 12 jersey in Buccaneer red or white or black, whatever. Number 1 is Trent Dilfer. Number 2 is Tom Brady.
What's Trent Dilfer got to do with anything?
Because Trent Dilfer was
He won y'all what?
oh God, Dilfer was terrible. He was terrible in Tampa.
What's he got to do with you guys? He won a Super Bowl in Baltimore.
He was drafted by the Bucks.
And he was awful.
And he was awful.
Wait a second. Consider the Bucks draft history, and you tell me where that's far-fetched.
Derek
They
Brooks.
pick a shitty-ass fucking quarterback.
Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp,
Yep.
John Lynch.
Mostly defense.
Okay, so you know what? Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
All right. The drafts that the Buccaneers had in the late 90s were phenomenal. They got 4 or 5 Hall of Fame players out of those drafts, so I don't want to hear it. Okay? John Lynch deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Roberto Aguayo. Let's talk about.
No, that's not. No, I know you missed. You did not listen to me. I said the late 90s, the ones where the drafts were done by Dungy. And believe it or not, God, who was
Kiffin.
Dungy and Kiffin, yes, but also.
You know what you sound like now? You sound like a Diamondbacks fan. To this day, they're still celebrating the
No, I'm not celebrating 2000. I'm not celebrating.
That was like 20,000 years ago.
I'm not celebrating that still. I'm just saying the way they drafted in the late 90s, and believe it or not, what's his face? Who was the coach before Dungy? He was a longtime coach in Cincinnati. I forget his name. I'm sorry. Kenny, help me out.
I'm trying.
Sam?
No.
Sam Weiss. Sam Weiss
drafted Warren Sapp. Sam Weiss drafted Derek Brooks.
But you see, that's just it. That's when they had a front office that made sense.
Correct. And again, and that's what I'm saying. When they had a front office that makes sense, they drafted great. Now, in the last 10 years, not so much.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which is why they've been failing year after year
Correct.
after year. Jameis Winston was supposed to be their salvation.
Yeah, well, Jamie, how'd that work out for him? Yeah, because again, they just for some reason, and I want to say it's light. It's the GM now who doesn't know what the freaking hell he's doing. Okay.
And Jameis Winston's still sitting beside Cam on the street, right?
They still didn't address their running back situation. And if Buffalo jumps in and gets Fournette before they do, then that's
well. If the Buccaneers don't address their running back situation in the offseason between now and the start of the season, it doesn't matter what Tom Brady does. They're not going to be able to put. They're not going to be anybody.
Hey, Brady's going to go out and buy a fucking running back.
Right.
He's going to call James White. Yo, James, come on down.
You think Leonard Fournette learned a lesson?
He'll bring Rex Burkhead with him too.
Well, you know what? Leonard Fournette was politicking and lobbying to bring Cam
Newton
to Jacksonville.
And
what happens? They put him on the trading block.
That's fine.
Learned his lesson, didn't he?
Cam is not welcome in Jacksonville. They're gonna run with Gardner Minshew as their quarterback in Jacksonville.
Minshew.
Yeah, well, you know.
No. Gardner Minshew. Oh.
And this is why Jacksonville is a perennial loser as well.
Correct.
Okay. They
So
just don't, they don't get
but
it.
you know what, guys? To be honest, Leonard Fournette still has a lot to prove because he's been hurt a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
He seems to be injury prone.
Don't be so excited about the opportunity of getting Leonard Fournette because he hasn't proved himself yet.
It will be at a
He's
bargain
good when he's
basement
healthy
price.
and not suspended.
Correct.
It will be at a bargain basement price.
And that's
His
a plus for you.
Hey, look, his reputation and his inability to stay on the field will cost him many dollars.
He has a cancer in the locker room.
He needs to get with a team that not only is going to help him get better, but win at the same time.
And you know what? Buffalo might be the best place for him.
I think it's a given,
Yes.
but because they have Singletary, they might
Right.
not pull that.
They're not going to put out. They're going to say, listen, this is what we'll do for Jacksonville, but we're not going any higher. Jacksonville might come back, oh, we want more. They'll be like, no. We've got Singletary, who is clearly could be a stud.
Yes.
And then the backup is
Better
Yeldon,
than
which is a
Fournette.
pretty good number 2.
It could clearly be better than Fournette
Right.
because Fournette started out well, but you know, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah.
And Fournette hasn't really finished.
Oh, it's
really well.
I totally agree. I think Buffalo's in the driver's seat. If they get the right price, they'll pull the trigger. But they're not gonna overpay.
They're not gonna sell the farm to get Leonard fucking Fournette. I'm sorry.
No.
You know what they should do? Did they release Winston already in Tampa?
No. Well, he's a free agent.
Yeah.
He's not released. He's a free agent.
I'm gonna say
He's still sitting beside Cam on
trade his ass to
the
Jacksonville.
street, right?
Him and Cam are still him and Cam still have not been picked up by any team. Neither he nor Cam. And the reason why Cam hasn't picked up is simply because of his health. That's the only reason why no one's picked up on Cam right now.
That's why Gardner or Gesundheit isn't going to do
Correct.
shit.
But again, you know, all five of us agree that Cam's best spot would be in for the Chargers.
San Diego.
LA.
No,
I mean,
Los
Los
Angeles,
Angeles.
LA, dude.
Los Angeles.
San
The
Diego. It's still San
Why?
Diego. It's going to be San
Because
Diego.
Tyrod Taylor will not make it past week 5.
Tyrod Taylor can't see over 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Love the
Can't-
guy.
And you know what? They got great crab legs out there too.
This is
LA.
This is, Katie, great question. This is why. Because Buffalo, in my opinion, has always done really good when they had a two running back set. Like, there was always the bell cow, right? Like, when Shady was there, it was Shady.
Yeah.
But they had that Carlos Williams, if you remember him. Then they got rid of that other kid. I can't even remember, a couple of years ago. But they always had that 1-2 punch. So if you look at basically substitute
Fred Jackson and Marshawn Lynch.
yeah, Marshawn Lynch and Freddie Jackson. I mean, like there was always
Thurman
the
Thomas
1-2.
and Kenneth Davis.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, to me, obviously Fournette is a major upgrade from Yeldon. That's my opinion. If you can snatch him for minimal, but if they start saying, "Oh, we'll give you a second round pick" or something like that,
If you can snatch him for nachos and a bag of chips, you're good.
There you go.
So,
Because that's about all he's worth at the moment.
see, I don't think he'll
Think about-
destabilize the room because of the culture that's
Elliot, you're still echoing, by the way.
Yeah.
Am I?
the thing about Leonard Fournette is everybody keeps waiting for him to start looking like the Leonard Fournette that was at LSU.
Right.
Hasn't happened.
He hasn't looked like that since he was at LSU.
No.
Still?
And not to say it won't happen, but it just hasn't happened yet.
You're good, Elliot. Now you're fine.
Okay.
I don't think
Because
it
he
would
hasn't been
jeopardize
healthy
this.
and not suspended for. He hasn't made it past like 10 games, has he?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, he's
Yeah.
either hurt or he's suspended. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'd take a chance.
You can get.
I
You
mean,
get the
again, John,
trainer.
if you give up nothing for him,
Right. You
Bring him
know,
in.
a fourth
Oh.
round pick or something.
yeah,
Sure. You know.
And we're all saying that right now.
exactly. If you're not giving up a lot, to
everybody could use a running back with potential. We could use a running back with potential,
Right.
Scott.
Yeah.
And they're going. Tampa could use a running back with some potential.
This is what I'd say is that every single team, just like Katie said, they don't want to rock the boat, right?
Right.
But
Correct.
when it comes to running backs, the problem with running backs is they take a couple of years to develop, or some of them come right out of the gate ready to go. The ego starts building. And around when they're signing that second contract, that's when they look at Gordon. Look at these guys that
Zeke.
Yeah, or Zeke. Like, they hold out because they think it's very easy to go, okay, you guys want to get cocky? We'll just look at the draft and we'll get some kid, because it's not going to be a 35-year-old guy running back. There's no more Frank Gores in the league.
Correct.
You got a tiny little window. And if you got that ego when you're at your prime, we'll just go to the draft.
Well, and look at it this way. The Rams gave up on Todd Gurley, who was a first-round pick. He was a stud for the Rams for a couple of years. He wanted to bank money on his first contract after his rookie deal, and the Rams didn't want to pay him, so they sent him on his way. He went to Atlanta and signed a deal for less money than he would have got on that second deal in LA. The running back has become a secondary offensive weapon compared to your tight ends, your wide receivers, and and backs that can catch out of the backfield. And believe it or not, Gurley is not one of those that is great out of the backfield. He can do it, but he's not great, okay? And so the way I look at it is the running backs are not going to be getting these mega deals like the wide receivers are going to get or the quarterbacks are going to get, because they're not going to be – you're going to start seeing the NFL going away from the running back that can run between the tackles and get 1 or 2 yards of carry. It's not gonna be like that.
They want the guys that can catch it. Right.
They want guys that are going to get 5 or 6, 7 yards per play, whether it be wide receiver or running back catching the ball out of the backfield. That's the way the NFL is going. That's the new prototype of the NFL.
Christian McCaffrey.
The running back is going to be minimized in the offense.
Right.
Dude, Teddy Bridgewater is going to ball with McCaffrey.
Oh, dude, Carolina's going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be fun to watch.
They haven't been fun to watch in
really
years. They're like watching paint dry.
Especially if they play the RPO.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, McCaffrey is a stud. McCaffrey is that running back that can not only catch balls out of the backfield, but he can also run between the tackles as well.
That run pass option, dude.
Correct.
Run under everybody.
Yes.
They're going to be deadly.
I'm happy for Teddy, man.
Oh, me too. I've been rooting for Teddy since he got hurt. Absolutely.
Are they in the same division as New Orleans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo,
New Orleans, Tampa, Atlanta. New Orleans, Tampa, and Atlanta. So you got 4 stud quarterbacks in that division now.
Atlanta stepped up too, man.
Yes.
I would have to say right now
that's going to be a wide open race this year.
Probably the strongest division in the NFL right now.
But you know what? The Saints are still the best team in that division.
Yes.
By far.
NFC West too, because you know what? Arizona.
I don't know about by far, but they're still the best.
Rams might flip, but Arizona's starting to pick it up.
Well, yeah, the Rams are going to be probably end up being the last place in the division this year.
Yeah, Rams are finished, man.
Left behind.
What a horrible situation that is, huh? You're getting a brand new stadium. It's going to be LA, and then it's like wah, wah, wah.
Literally from Super Bowl to bust.
Yes.
Yep.
2 years.
Exactly what to do.
Well, that's what you get when you score 3 points in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Facts. Nothing but facts. Yeah, I hope this COVID stuff ends, because I really want to get pumped up for football. The other sports is like, you know what? I hate saying this, but I've basically forgotten about hockey and basketball right now.
You know what?
Everybody has.
I miss hockey, but again, I mean, as I posted last night on Facebook, the Florida sports channel here it's Sun Network, which used to be Sunshine Network.
Right.
Fox Sports Sun is what it's called now, is running replays of the 2004 playoff run of the Lightning. Every series, all 3 or 4 series that they did when they won the cup. And I'm all in on watching those replays. I mean, reliving the past is fine. Because, I mean, I get to see Marty play again and Vinny play again and all those guys, Brad Richards, the whole 9 yards. It's a lot of fun. I watched them play last night it was the game 1 with the Islanders. Sorry, Ken. No, no, you're not an Islanders fan, but still, it's a lot of fun to be able to relive that energy, because I was actually at the arena outside watching on a big screen TV
with those
Game
4
7
other
against
fans.
Calgary. Game 7 against Calgary. I was there, and it was just electric. It was fun. I mean, I can relive that moment. So, Katie,
I'll tell you what, without a doubt, and I think I might be able to speak for everybody else here. There is no sport that is so missed as much as football.
Correct.
Correct. And I did hear something earlier in the week that said that they are proposing to have NCAA football this year, have all the players get tested every week and play all the games with no fans.
That's not going to happen in college football. I'll tell you why. Because the students have to be on campus. The athletic directors for most of your colleges have stated plain and simple, they will not play college football if there's no students on campus. Period.
Let's take a time out here really quick. I can end this whole discussion right here, right now. We can't even get enough fucking testing for the people in our country.
Correct.
We're going to test an entire fucking sport?
Correct.
No.
You realize only
that
one
was
point.
that was what I heard, and that was what the rebuttal was.
An old saying, fuck what you heard.
Right.
That shit ain't happening.
And not only that, Bob, but only 1.2% of the population has been tested. And those and that falls back at like 7th or 8th behind other countries, including countries like Iceland.
Dude, we're third world.
Our province is ahead of you.
We're third world right now. This country is.
And in regards to testing for this virus, we are third world because there's no testing going on because states can't get any tests. Period. So,
because it's supposed to be done at a federal level.
Correct.
Yep.
The federal government has all the strings that they can pull to make shit happen for the states.
Correct.
But Donald is a dick.
Yeah, well, that's not. I don't want to go there, but you're right.
He don't give a shit if the entire fucking country dies as long as his supporters and his family live.
Right. Yeah. That's pretty much
That's
how
it.
it's coming out.
That's it. The discussion don't need to go any further than that.
Well, and again, so the option of testing testing all players once a week is not an option. It's not going to happen. Okay,
Look, it's like
the athletic directors of the majority of the Big Five conferences have said, if we do not have students on campus, we will not play football. Period.
And who's going to foot the bill for all the tests?
Correct.
Not the universities.
Nope.
They're going to have their own financial issues to deal with.
Yes, because football and basketball on these campuses drives every other sport in the school. Okay, not to mention the fact that the smaller schools like your AAC, the smaller conferences, they can end up giving up sports altogether because of how much we missed. Because that's how much football means to those small conferences.
Sorry,
It's like
I had to bring him.
Football drives everything else. Football and basketball drives everything else. Okay, so if
the reason football is so missed is because it's just a third of the year.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
It only takes place for a third. Every other sport is like 6 months, 8 months. Football is like 4 months of football and 1 month of playoffs. That's it. You're done. There ain't nothing else going on after that.
That's the big deal with NCAA. They got to have students on campus in order to survive.
Right. And it's like you take that situation with the NCAA that he was talking about, right? You take that and you talk about Major League Baseball. They're talking about playing all their games in Phoenix, Arizona, because they have enough facilities out there.
In a bubble.
Okay. In a bubble, okay? They got to stay in their hotels. They can't go, you know what I'm saying? That's like boot camp.
Yes.
Can't fucking go nowhere. They can't do a damn thing except play baseball in front of nobody. Okay? They need to get tested consistently.
Yes.
Major League Baseball can afford that.
Yeah, but that's still not fair to the general
NCAA
public.
cannot.
No.
But it's still not fair to the general public because that means you're you're giving these athletes priority over the general public as far as testing is concerned. So it's still not fair.
Correct.
Okay.
Although you'll get the argument from the other side that says we need to have at least our sports back.
Right.
And I'm sure the TV ratings would go through the freaking roof.
Oh, it would for Major League Baseball.
Even if
With
they're
nobody
playing
there,
without fans.
without a doubt. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some people will look at it as that's Major League making an effort to bring the game back to appease people during this time off.
Correct. I agree. No, I'm with you on that, Elliot. Absolutely.
I
If they're
agree.
going to spend their money that way, I'm good with that.
Yeah. And you know what? Major League Baseball would have a monopoly on sports because there'd be no basketball, there'd be no hockey.
Nothing, dude.
No,
Be
have
nothing.
it their own.
And as of right now, no
Honestly-
football.
Right.
Honestly, I wish I could say I was optimistic about there being baseball this summer, but
I don't think there will be. I don't
afraid
think so.
it
I think the pie, Phoenix thing's a pie in the sky.
Well,
But I just use it as a comparison to what
Right.
baseball can do and what the NCAA can't do.
as it says, as it stands right now, it looks like the first star sport that's going to come back is going to be PGA.
Yeah, golf.
That's it.
In June, I think, right? June
In
11th.
June, they want to play the Colonial in June to
Yeah.
start the season.
I hear
They
tennis
say
might
Still-
competitive
still
eating.
without fans, though.
You
I
know,
feel
tennis
tennis
might
is
come
fun.
back. Tennis might come back at the U.S. Open, or if not sooner, which isn't until August or September. But
You can definitely keep social distancing when it comes to golf and tennis.
yes, golf is an easy sport to keep. If you don't have fans at the golf course,
Most of the time, unless it's
Yeah.
a major tournament, you don't
Yeah.
really have fans at a golf course.
correct.
So they're used to playing in front of fans. How many major soccer organizations play without fans, either because of something like this or because of possible violence?
Yeah.
Those people overseas, they
Mostly in Europe.
fight about their soccer. You know what I'm saying? They be having brawls in the stadiums and shit. But those players play in front, and they don't make nearly the fucking money that NBA and all the other,
Right.
but they will play in front of without fans. See what I'm saying? So it's all dependent on who wants to step up and who wants to take steps to make that happen. It is possible. Not likely. But
Not
possible.
likely.
Yeah. What he said.
Yeah.
Now he's pulling on the beard. He likes the beard, John.
That redhead, that kid is fire, huh?
Dude, redhead, and he's whiter than me. Go figure.
I told you to have a talk with the milkman. You know?
Dude, he is pasty, man.
He's had the most intelligent comment we've had yet.
Sorry, I had to get him because he was screaming out there. So I'm not trying to, steal the likes or anything. But
Hey,
But
For the draft.
it's gonna
Hey,
take a
you know
lot.
what? The WNBA draft went rather well with that.
Yeah, it did. And now I'm really looking forward to see what the NFL does and see if there's gonna be any.
Mhm.
WNBA did it right.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy for that Sabrina Ionescu.
in this school.
Yeah, she went to.
She's gonna be a star. She's gonna be a star.
New York
Yeah,
Liberty,
she already
baby.
is.
New York Liberty. If I have to root for a team, it's gonna be New York. Or Phoenix,
What's nice is
because I like Taraji.
she has brought more added interest to women's basketball than anything in the last few years because the WNBA is actually a good product. It just needs an audience and people.
Right.
They're chauvinist
You
out
know
there.
who she was getting guidance from, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
She was a protege of Kobe Bryant.
Exactly.
Okay.
She is the only player in NCAA history with 2,000 points,
Male or female.
1,000 rebounds,
Or
and
male or
1,000
female.
male or female.
Yes.
The only one.
Yes. I'm gonna refill it right back.
And her brand is gonna blow up because she's gonna be playing in New York.
She will blow up in the first New York.
Instant branding right there. Instantaneous branding.
Yep.
She played it well. And then she's Mamba and GG.
You're echoing again.
Yeah.
You're echoing again.
Yeah, that must be the other side of my head. My other ear, you know.
Are you still making
So what
deliveries,
did
Bob?
the
Or
WNBA draft do that was so good so that it went off so well? Other than
Yeah. Well, they set the precedent. They laid out the model on how it should be done.
okay, what did they do?
And if the NBA, I mean the NFL is gonna pull it off, they need to follow the similar model. Don't you think, Ken?
Okay, and what did they do that was so good that made it go so smooth?
Well,
That's my
everything was coordinated.
doing the same thing we're doing, having it
coordinated.
on Zoom?
There was not a hiccup pretty much through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see all of it. I saw bits and pieces.
right.
It was pretty much a
But
Zoom.
The reviews afterwards were through the roof.
Go back to an excuse. You know, she signed a multi-year deal with Nike. She's already got her Nike deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's already got a Nike deal. And that probably had a lot to do with Kobe Bryant.
She's Romanian.
Indians versus the Nordiques, the Good Friday Massacre from 1984.
1984.
I don't want to say anything, but I was a Nordiques guy, so that's why.
Were you?
Were you?
Oh yeah, love Nordiques because I was a Leaf fan, so I had to hate the Canadians.
Right.
And who hated the Canadians more than
Quebec.
Quebec City? Quebec City hated the Habs. Like it was just like, are you kidding me?
Montreal and Quebec had some of the most epic riots
Oh,
on the ice that I've ever seen.
Yes.
Dude, the Nordiques were awesome. And it's still the greatest logo in hockey history, in my opinion.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. Love the logo. And if you've ever been to Quebec City, it's absolutely beautiful. A magnificent city.
So's Montreal.
There you go. Right there, Bobby. There you go.
Bob, nice.
There you go.
Nice, Bob.
Les Nordiques de Québec. Love it, man.
Well, Montreal's a beautiful city too, John. You've said it.
Oh, it is. Oh, dude, I would say Montreal is my favorite city to go visit in all of Canada.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It really is.
That's also on my bucket list.
Yeah, Montreal's cool. But Quebec City, it's like you go to Quebec City, you feel like you're in Europe. You really do.
Yeah.
You go into the old city, it's like you think you're in some European country in like the 1800s.
It's almost like a European ski village.
Yeah, Quebec City's beautiful, man. It's absolutely beautiful. Quebec is great. It's just if you go outside of the cities and you don't speak French, they look at you like, oh, tabarnak, like, you know, they just.
Let me just say,
What's that?
as a Tampa Bay Lightning fan,
Yeah.
who have seen in person many times when the Montreal Canadiens would come to Tampa, the Montreal Canadian fans are some of the rudest fans in the NHL.
Oh, yeah, but
Army, I'm sorry, I love you like a brother.
Dude, I love it.
The truth.
I don't
It's the
hate
truth.
Montreal. I love Montreal. I love the
Canadians
city.
fans are some of the rudest French
They
Canadians you ever meet in your freaking life.
They're,
Story
they're
to tell
the
you.
Yankee fans of hockey.
Oh, dude,
Exactly.
dude.
The Yankees
You know, the
suck.
Yankee fans of
Thank
hockey.
you, Ken.
Okay.
Yankees are not
so
the word.
my-
Yeah, you know what? No, I have to step in and say Boston fans are full of shit to start with.
Bullshit.
Well, yeah, most of them are, yes.
Boston fans should have a dick in their mouth just to
Well,
eat it.
Boston over the last 20 years have had this entitlement issue going on. You know what I'm saying, Elliot?
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They hire managers that fucking fix baseball games.
Oh,
Okay.
Cora.
Well, I don't want to hear that shit. If you're gonna compare shitty fans to somebody like a Montreal or Quebec or whoever, Philadelphia fans are the worst fans in fucking sports.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It does,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All
Absolutely.
sports.
Oh, no, I agree, but I still Patriots fans to me are the scum of the earth.
They're still, you know what? They're still nowhere near as bad, you know.
Well, yeah, Philly fans are rude and arrogant and prick.
Anybody that fucking pelts Santa Claus with
For
fucking
nothing reason.
snowballs needs to get the fuck up out.
Philly fans are arrogant for no reason.
They're terrible, dude.
Michael Irvin's career ended in Philadelphia, and the fans cheered.
Yes.
They
Give him a
cheered.
standing O.
Flyers fans, a bunch of assholes. Okay, Raptors are
Yeah.
assholes.
Yep, definitely. You're polite,
Sixers
eh?
fans, Phillies
Phillies
fans.
fans were dicks.
Jen, you're not
Okay?
helping.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm on dating sites, and I have, if somebody
Well, there's your
is,
first mistake, Bob.
There's
You're on
your
dating
first
sites.
problem.
Don't do that.
Dude.
if somebody is a Patriots fan, I automatically skip them.
Swipe left,
What
Bob.
dating sites are
Swipe
you
left.
looking at?
I do.
Hey, you want to find the best girls on dating sites? Go to ChristianSingles.com.
There you go.
Oh boy.
You'll find some nice, wholesome girls on that site.
Yeah, you
Yep.
want to bet? You want to bet on that, Elliot?
Yeah.
They're all
say what
Liberty
kind of
University
wholesome?
fans too.
I didn't say what kind of wholesome. I just said wholesome.
Right? Oh God, internet dating.
Philly fans are both the worst fans.
Internet dating is the reason I got divorced. Okay, I'm just saying because I met my last wife on an internet site. So that's no, I ain't going there
Internet
anymore.
dating, no. I mean, that's if you're doing those one night stand things. You know what I'm saying? Which you do.
Tinder.
Right?
That's rolling the fucking.
What John
dice
said.
it is nowadays.
Tinder.
You can't even roll those. You know what?
Hey,
Not
I
that-
work.
I mean,
60
I'm not in
hours
it,
a
but
week. Still,
I'm sure
to
Bob
this
can
day,
relate to this.
I
I'm
don't
sure
have
Bob can
time.
relate to this, right? Because he's in the dating scene or
Yes.
wants to be,
Yeah.
or whatever. Coronavirus has really fucked your life up, hasn't it? When it comes to dating. No girls want to come near anybody.
Right?
Poor Bob.
No guys didn't want to go near anybody. There's no clubs to go to.
No
Don't-
bars, no
Bob.
clubs.
Bob,
You can't even go and
Hey, Julie.
scour churches or
Yeah.
freaking supermarkets.
Bob.
Yeah, you can't even go to church now, man.
Yeah, Bob. You
And
and I
the-
talked
and
about
the
this.
worst
Don't
part
take
is
any of
that
this
they're
the
all-
wrong way.
And the
Don't
worst
do it.
part
Don't
is,
take it the wrong way. Just
is
take
that
it
a
with
lot-
a salt.
hey, the worst part is a lot of them wearing masks, so you can't tell what the fuck they look like.
Tell me something, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Where did you meet Rhonda?
On the internet.
Exactly. Exactly. You knew that was a rhetorical question.
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, everybody knew that. So
What are you guys gonna have virtual sex?
You know what, Bob?
That's about
That was
it
almost
these
a
days.
20-year relationship. You got no
Right.
brother.
right.
You got the exception to the rule.
Exactly. You were
I
the exception.
know
to the
I
rule.
got the exception to the rule.
Yes, you got the exception to the rule because Rhonda was the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yes, that is for damn sure.
But
She loved you with
Rhonda's no
every
longer
ounce
in
of
the
her
picture.
soul, and
How long she been gone?
you loved her with every ounce of your soul. You guys were a perfect match, and
How long-
it breaks my heart, but I love you both. I still
How
will
long ago
always-
did you break up?
I know.
No, she passed away.
Ooh.
Elliot, don't go there.
Passed away.
Oh, she passed away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, man.
But yeah, Rhonda
Year
was
and a half ago.
Rhonda was
Back
special.
from? Or did it matter?
Rhonda was special. And I miss her. I miss her every single day of my life. I miss her.
Rhonda was the best thing to happen to CTP.
Absolutely. Her design.
Like, I mean,
design school-
I remember the design she would make, and
Yes.
like all these other people were making these things that looked like they were made in Paint Shop Pro in like 1920.
Yes.
You know, Rhonda came out and just started like, "What do you think, John?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like that's Picasso." Yeah, man. Ow! Don't you dare bite my.
Yeah, Rhonda was the best thing that happened to CTP. You're right. And I've met you guys in person twice, and I had a great time both times. It was awesome, awesome.
I wish I could have met her.
Yeah, Rhonda was who she was online is who she was in person. Kenny.
I love chatting with her, but I would love to have met her in person.
Yeah, Rhonda was. She was my.
I wish
biggest
you
fan.
guys wish you guys could have met Rod.
Oh, you and me both, brother. I mean, that would have been fantastic. That would have been fantastic. I would have loved to meet Rod. Loved to meet Rod. Army and I have met once in Tampa.
Right.
And Army's really nice
What's
in
his
person.
name?
Yes.
He's the little one.
I met
isn't he?
I met Army a few times too.
Yeah.
John, he's the baby, right? What's his name?
This is Joshua. JoJo.
The other one's Isaiah, right?
Isaiah, yeah. What's that, sir?
Sonny's in the house, John. Look at that.
Sonny Suggs.
Hi,
Suggs in
Sonny.
the
What's up,
house.
Sonny? How you doing?
Honey.
Yeah, this
Butler,
will
PA.
be a
Butler,
year
PA
old,
was a
man.
great spot, Bob. It was a great small town. We had a blast both times, brother.
Oh yeah.
He wants his
I'm gonna mute because he's talking and he'll go ah, right? Say ah.
Sonny, I love you. I still love you. Sonny's good people too.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Sonny asked if you're related to Kevin in Arlington.
do what?
Sonny asked if you were related to Kevin Coslow in Arlington.
That would be affirmative.
Yes, that's your brother, isn't it?
That's my brother.
Yes. Sonny, that is his brother. Yes. So she knows your brother.
I think they went to high school together.
Wow. How
Together.
small
Dude,
is that?
that's hilarious.
That is
Are you
hilarious.
serious?
Are you kidding me?
Wow, man. Small world.
They're-
Absolutely.
they're
Sonny's,
Facebook
I
friends.
don't give
They're
a
Facebook
fuck how big
friends,
the internet
and,
is.
Yeah.
It's still as small as the world.
yeah, Kenny.
Yep.
Sonny comes from the side of the world that John and I were from in the internet marketing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she's a friend of ours as far as that is concerned.
Awesome.
She designed and helped me with my website for years at .us. And
I heard-
really
I
good.
saw the other day where we have another
And
mutual friend.
she says that her and Kevin were in 6th grade together,
That's crazy,
and
dude.
your mom was their teacher.
Yes.
Yes. How small is that? How awesome is that?
The sports nerds
small
connecting
world.
high school students
Oh,
from
yeah,
years
I'm a
ago.
sports nerd.
Yes. That is awesome.
Well,
That is
Pretty cool.
phenomenal.
I mean,
Found out that we have another one in common, Scott.
Who's that?
Billy Joe Michelson.
I know, but I mean, I followed her because you followed her. I don't know her personally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know her personally. I mean, her twins are gorgeous. I mean,
Oh, they are.
they're
They're
just
awesome.
adorable. She's a little too right wing for me, but their kids are adorable, and I enjoy
Yeah.
watching the stuff with her kids.
6th grade, my bad. Jeez.
6th grade, Ken.
That's crazy, man.
Oh
Great.
my gosh!
Remember those days?
You're gonna have to tell your brother that Sonny Suggs came on was watching the show that you're on, and you're only see the connection between you and John is me. Okay, so it's
and
like
me-
too small a world.
That's
Too
crazy.
small a world.
I'll tell you something about that
That's-
that school
that's
they
crazy.
went to. They opened up 2 schools at the same time, but they opened up Kevin's school first.
Yeah.
The school that she and Sonny went to and everything. And so while they're trying to still get the other one open, they only went Kevin's school only went half a day,
Uh-huh.
and then they got out at noon, and then this other school came in and used the same building until they got their other building finished.
hmm
And so that went on for about I guess 2 months or so at least. And yeah, they only went half a day until the other school opened up. So
That's an amazing connection we got going on here right now.
this is let's see. Well, I won't go into big detail. Let's see. I was in junior high. I had just started. Well, I was in 7th and 8th grade. Yeah. So
Okay, are you older or younger than your brother?
older, 2 years.
Older, okay.
2 years. Yeah.
2 years. Okay, 2 years older. Okay, all right.
another connection that goes from
Sonny says hush.
another connection that goes from MSN chat 1999
Yes.
to
CTP in
to sports
2020.
nerds.
Yes.
How about that?
Sports nerds in 2020. I love it. I love it. Sonny's like, hush, don't talk about what year it was.
Zip.
Sports Nerds 2020, bringing people together.
Absolutely. Holy cow, what a connection.
And Sonny and Rhonda were business partners.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
It's a small world
Absolutely.
after all.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
That's the
That is
Bob.
the Bob,
Yes,
Sonny.
that's
Yes,
the
it is.
Bob.
That's the
Sonny.
Bob.
that's the beauty of the internet, yo.
Yes, Sonny, that is the Bob.
It does do some good.
Look at this kid has chewed my shirt up to no end.
I repeat what I said the last few weeks. So you wanted to be a father in your 40s.
Been there, done that. It wasn't a whole lot.
Sonny, I hope you'll join us every week now, because this is pretty cool.
Just a side note, my son turned 26 this past week too, so I'm feeling really good right now.
Nice.
John, you got a birthday coming up next week, don't you?
Friday.
I'm
Friday.
turning around like this game matters and shit.
Happy birthday, John.
Sonny, Elliot is
Thank you.
somebody that I brought on the show that outside of both connections, has nothing to do with MSN Chat or SCTP. Elliot's a buddy I met.
How did you guys meet?
We met through.
I'm a free agent. I was a free agent.
Free agent, yeah.
Free agent signing.
No,
right?
not necessarily, but you remember the guy in San Diego, John, that we were on a show with for a while that you guys didn't get along. You didn't like him, and he was just rude.
Jeff Escow.
Jeff Escow.
Who? To me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think you were on a couple of our shows, if I'm not mistaken, Elliot, wasn't he?
He might have been.
Yeah.
Jeff was
His
really
name was Jeff Escow. That's how Elliot and I met. He did a sports show.
Oh, right. Yeah. Him and Elliot did the show.
Radio.
Right.
Right.
They were doing the show.
Yep,
They brought
yep.
me in, and I joined their team. And when Elliot and I left Jeff because he was anyway, we combined forces and brought back the sports nerds. Basically.
Right.
Okay. So that's how Elliot came to be on the show, was through Jeff Escow, because our connection through there. And
we met in 2015. So
it was a while ago. It was like 5 years ago. So, but yeah.
Crazy.
Elliot's usually cool. He can
He's okay. He's all right.
But other than that, he's fine. I'm just kidding, Elliot.
I can be a little bit abrasive, aloof, out there sometimes, but you know what? Overall, I'm a dick.
Yeah.
See,
But you're honest enough to admit it, though.
Right?
Facts.
You know what? I'd rather be a dick than a pussy. I tell you
There
that
you
right now.
Hi, Gene. Gene's in the house. Gene Kopinski has joined Facebook.
Hiya, Gene.
Hey,
But no, I mean, I was on there with Jeff. Jeff actually recruited me off of a Sunday show that I did with 3 other guys. We used to always do a pregame before the actual games, and
That's how we started doing before and during the football season.
I wound up
We would
winning
also
that
do a show
particular-
before the games as well.
They always used to think I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, but yet I won that fucking league like no problem.
Right.
But anyway, so Scott, all of a sudden it's like he was poaching me away from the other show. He wanted me to go do Sports World Radio.
Yeah.
The other guys didn't have their shit together, so I said, all right, let me go over there. So I started doing that. He had a good following for a little while, but then when Blab went off the air,
Because that's back in the Blab days. Blab was a great platform.
that's when everything went.
I joined the sports radio when they were on Blab, because I found them as far as searching around, found them. That's how I found them.
That's how.
Yeah.
That's how everybody. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I got connected with
Blab,
through Blab.
Blab is responsible for a lot of this.
Correct. And
Blab was awesome, dude.
And I came up as a guest every so often on his show, and then I became a full-time co-host with Jeff and Elliot.
Right.
For that.
Now I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do all the legwork for that show.
Correct. You used to do all the pre-show prep and get everything going, and you kept
The commercials during the breaks, all kinds of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he was just too hard to work with.
He was too abrasive. He was too.
He knew what my limitations were as far as my health and stuff, but still, that didn't come first for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And thank God, you know what, guys? I told you guys earlier this week, I got 2 molars removed, and one of them from the top actually had a cavity the size of a crater, man. in comparison to what a tooth is, it was.
Your brother, but your mama.
And so for all these years that everybody thought it was my neck, my shoulder, or other
was the
things that were
teeth.
causing my face to pound all the time, it was that fucking tooth.
Mm.
Because you know what? Now I do all kinds of shit, and my face doesn't bother me at all.
So your back's not bothering you, your neck's not bothering you, nothing.
My back's still a little bit because you know what? I'm still majorly sedentary, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and my neck, of course, I do need some repair work done because I know that there's something wrong with something here. But insofar as me going out and doing something or working myself up into a lather, doing something, and then all of a sudden my face starts to pound, that's not happening no more.
That's a good thing.
Wow.
Good.
Why?
Okay.
Because that's going to give me the ability to go ahead and address these other things. Physical
Correct.
standpoint. Now I can actually put physical effort into stuff without being debilitized, you know, from that pain. So thank goodness, man.
And we're better off having you on the show as opposed to being laid up on bed where you can't do anything.
Absolutely.
And as
More
soon
than
as
married.
and as soon as the dentists come back online, I'm getting everything, all the work done.
Good.
So next month probably I'll be getting all my
You
work.
get your front teeth fixed and everything like that.
I'm getting the whole top replaced.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting a partial.
Yeah, I had all the whole top replaced back in 2003, and I'm better off because of it. So
pretty soon, man. Pretty soon.
Oh,
I'll never forget when my dad had his teeth fixed or got dentures. Before then he almost never smiled, and then after that he smiled all the time.
oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And you got to figure too, when you can't smile, that has to have an adverse effect on your health.
Absolutely.
It does. It has a bad effect on you as far as your mental capacity.
Mental and psychological.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
That's like people who have ED.
Welcome back, Bob.
Thanks.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
Hey, Bob.
We were just wondering, what about Bob?
Right?
What about great movie? Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Great movie.
Bob Burger.
Great movie.
Oh.
I was watching Dune all week, so don't mind me. I'm in.
You know what, guys? Did you see that the Dune pictures came out on the set?
Oh yeah, I did.
Who?
Oh, I sure did, buddy.
Dune. They're doing a remake of Dune, and it's coming out. Yeah, it's gonna be out
Christmas.
next year. Christmas, right?
Dune?
Dune. Frank Herbert's Dune. Yes.
Okay, not
Dune.
Doom, right? The video game Doom.
Not Doom. Dune. Big
D-U-N-E.
sand dune. Dune.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
It rhymes
Atreides.
with Tune, right? It rhymes
Harkonnen.
with Tune.
Yes,
Muad'Dib, man.
this one will
Muad'Dib.
not have
bro.
Sting.
Muad'Dib, yes, correct. Yes, and I'm
House
I'm
Harkonnen.
so looking forward to it. They're gonna make two.
Oh,
There's gonna be 2 or 3 of them because they can't do it all in one movie.
It was with Sting, and apparently Sting is rumored to have a cameo in the new Dune.
Nice.
Oh.
He's not gonna play Fade, but
Right.
I think
You mean
this
Sting
is
from
the rumor.
WWE?
No.
Sting.
No,
Sting's
Sting,
the
like the
police.
singer. Yeah, the police.
Police?
Thing. Yeah, right. Sorry.
I
Yeah,
knew
he
he
was
was
trolling.
right.
He was trolling.
Yeah, of course he was.
Right.
Okay, let me ask you this: if they're remaking Dune, can Mad Max be far behind?
Well, they just did Mad
He
Max.
just did Mad Max.
They did Mad Max. Oh,
Yeah, like 2 years ago. Tom
Yeah.
Hardy
They're about to
Yeah,
fucking
Tom Hardy
do,
and
Hey,
and
they're
what's
about to
his
do
face?
Lethal Weapon 5 with 2
with geriatric guys.
Geriatric Tom, yeah, geriatric Mel
dinosaurs.
Gibson and Danny Glover, yeah.
okay? If you
Yeah.
can squeeze out another
totally-
lethal weapon out of those guys, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yeah.
Have
Yes,
you
I
seen
totally
Danny Glover?
smooth
He
on
looks like he's
Mad
80
Max.
years old. I mean, he might be 80 years old for all.
Dude, he was almost 80 back then. Man.
Yes.
Riggs.
He was retiring. He was
was
retiring.
50 in the-
Yeah, in Lethal
Yeah.
Weapon 2, he was retiring.
And
wasn't he?
Lethal
And then
Weapon
Mel
1 was
Gibson,
Yep.
and then
Drag
Mel
him back.
Gibson's been through some shit over the years.
Lethal Weapon 1, he was 50 years old. Give me a break. That's 30 years ago.
Hi, Chunky. Thanks for swearing on my Facebook
Yeah,
wall.
Google Mad Max Fury Road, Kenny. You'll find out. It was
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I'm not
Fury
gonna
Road,
hate on
yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on
it was Tom
James
Hardy
Earl
and
Jones,
Scarlett
like-
Johansson. That's no, I'm sorry, not right. That's right.
James
It was,
Earl Jones is like 1,000 years old.
What's your face?
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, Charlize Theron,
Yeah, Fury Road is great, but Dune is like it's my favorite
That's the
sci-fi
ultimate.
series of all time.
Oh my
like the
God, I
books.
can't wait.
Like it's the top of the food chain for me for science fiction.
I can't wait.
It doesn't get
so
better.
excited.
Yeah, and the cast looks great. I mean, they got Dave Bautista as Raban.
Correct.
They got the guy who played the guy in Thor. He's going to be
Chris
Baron
Hemsworth?
Harkonnen. The Ragnarok, but also the
Kristen
Thor,
Stewart.
the Dr. Selvig. Dr. Selvig. That guy who plays him is going to be Baron Harkonnen.
Oh! I know. Okay, I know who I know who
And then they got Jason Momoa
Yep.
as Duncan, Idaho.
Also, the
Wow.
guy from Star Wars too.
And then the other guy's Gurney. I forget who.
Come on.
Like-
I know a lot of people hate
Lynn.
You have Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista.
Yes.
Yeah, they got
yes.
it's basically all of the Avengers are in this because then Josh Brolin, the Thanos, is
Correct.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
guy who's playing Gurney.
Correct.
Like
Hey, I know you guys be capping on the Super Bowl commercials, but Jason Momoa had the best Super Bowl commercial.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that commercial. I love
Absolutely.
it.
Hey,
That
that's
was my
one of all
favorite
time.
one.
that's it, Katie. Yes, Chunky. No, man, because we don't want to hear about how great Michael Jordan was from
Yes,
you for
Stellan
the next
Skarsgård,
20 years.
yes.
Yeah.
Chunky, I am. Yes, I'll be watching it
I
in
don't know.
top of the hour. Yes,
I refuse.
I'm reliving my 20s. Yes.
Will that be available on YouTube later?
What the ESPN thing? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
know. I do not know.
Because I'm not getting to see it tonight, so
Yeah, I
I'd
don't
like to see it. But
Who? What?
the Bulls documentary.
Bulls documentary.
Um,
You have to go to
year.
it's on
ESPN.com to
YouTube
watch
TV.
it.
It's on YouTube
Last
TV.
Dance.
I'm recording it on YouTube TV.
Thank you, Katie. Stellan Skarsgård. Yes, that's great. I remember him back when he did Hunt for Red October. He was in that too.
Was he in Hunting for Red October?
Yes, he was in
Yeah.
the second Russian sub that got blown up.
Oh, really?
Yes, he
Wow.
was the captain of that
He was
sub.
all-
Yes.
He was
Oh,
also
see,
in Mamma Mia.
I know why you started watching that because you're watching Jack Ryan. That's why you started watching all the old Jack Ryan movies, right?
I loved Great Hunt for Red October.
Oh,
I
the
loved
Jack Ryan movies.
That
are
was
my
a great
favorite.
movie.
I loved Hunt. I mean, it was better than the other ones. I actually liked that one more than I liked the Harrison Ford movies. Oh God.
I'm just showing it for Chunky because he's a Bulls fan. Because
God.
it took a lot of talent to be a Bulls fan in the '90s, right? I mean, that took so much. It's like being a Patriots fan in the 2000s, right? Oh, wicked piss of Tom Brady. Oh, he go for 23 yards without even looking.
Katie.
Oh, Tom Brady.
Katie, my late 20s. Just saying. Yes, my late
Chernobyl.
20s.
You're Chernobyl. I want to see.
Wasn't the Bulls' last championship in '96?
No,
98.
98.
Or was it '98? Okay.
So
My
basically,
late
they're the
20s,
Dallas.
early 30s. Okay.
So basically, they're the
Won
Dallas
91
Cowboys.
through 93.
So
You
basically,
got
they're
called
the,
out.
Late
Hey,
20s,
there's-
early 30s. Let me just.
they're the Dallas Cowboys of this era.
Yeah, I was in my early 30s when they won their last championship. Okay. Late 20s, early 30s. Just clarify.
Hey, let me ask you this: is it true that if you want to see replays of Dallas Super Bowls, you have to have VHS?
I think it's Betamax. Yes.
Betamax.
yes.
Wait a minute.
Facts. Yeah.
Poor Kenny. I'm sorry,
Poor Kenny.
Ken. I didn't do anything with
Actually,
that.
actually, there's some that run 8 millimeter. So
Oh, Joe.
Oh God.
But if you want to watch
on.
Brown Super Bowls, you gotta.
There are no Brown Super Bowls.
Here's a question.
Gotta go back to 1964
Here's a
with the last
question.
NFL championship.
Here's a question.
Fuck you, kid, Bob.
Hey,
Just
here's a
saying.
question. How many of the stadiums that Dallas played their Super Bowls in still exist?
None. Zero.
how many? I mean, what?
How many stadiums are left over after the Dallas won their last Super Bowl? Zero. That's not true.
Zero.
Cotton
Yeah.
Bowl. You play the
No,
Cotton Bowl?
all of them were from Texas Stadium.
Okay.
Texas Stadium is gone.
Yes. That was a great stadium, though. I love that stadium.
I'm telling you, man,
Yeah,
you get into an era.
I
It's
love
like
the
the Bulls
Roger
ain't been
Staubach
shit.
era Cowboys, Kenny. I love
Bulls ain't
them.
been shit since fucking Jordan left.
Yep.
I loved the Roger Staubach era Cowboys, Kenny.
Yes.
With Drew
Those
Pearson,
are my
Robert
favorite
Robert
Cowboys of
Newhouse.
all
That
time.
was a nice.
Tony Dorsett. That was a
Nice run.
great era. Bob Lilly. The whole,
Bob Hayes.
yes.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That was when they were classy. Because when Jerry
Mhm.
Jones took over, I hated him because of what they did to Tom Landry. I
The
hated him.
only classy thing that Jerry Jones did was hire fucking Jimmy Johnson, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he fired him.
after what they
Right.
did to Tom Landry, what
Yeah, what they did
Jerry-
to Tom Landry
No,
was
that's correct.
just
unforgivable.
wrong.
What
Totally wrong.
he did what he did to Tom Landry, the same thing he did to Jimmy Johnson.
Right.
Yeah.
He is an arrogant egomaniac.
Well, you know why? Because he has to be the center of attention. He has
Tom
to
Landry
be,
is on the Mount Rushmore of head coaches in
guy.
the history of the NFL. Tom Landry's on
Mhm.
the Mount Rushmore.
Oh,
He's in
geez.
center of the
Cowboy
4-3-4
propaganda.
defense.
I mean, Tom Landry put his stock on a guy from Navy in the 10th
Right.
round. Okay.
And he served in Vietnam before he was his first game in the NFL.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Staubach. Yeah.
You remember how we're bringing everything together? I got a story that's gonna connect the Dallas Cowboys, Sonny Suggs, and me.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
When I
Go.
met Sonny, was it in Dallas, Sonny? Well, I know we met in DC, but there was a seminar in Dallas that I went to, and on top of it, where the seminar was held, was a shopping mall, and that's when Terrell Owens was playing for the Cowboys.
I know what you're talking about. It's Galleria.
Yeah, Galleria. That's
Galleria.
it. Exactly.
Yep.
I
Used
went
hang out
to
at the
this.
Galleria a lot.
Yeah, I went
What's
there,
the-
and the
what's
first
the-
thing I did, as soon as I got there, I went and bought a T.O. jersey. And I wore
Yeah.
that around when I was in Dallas, and I never wore it since.
That's at the Westin Hotel.
Army asked me who the other three are. Oh,
The
Lombardi.
three what?
Lombardi.
Other three
Oh.
on Mount Rushmore. Lombardi,
George Hallis.
He's getting loud.
George Hallis.
George
It seems
Hallis. Nah,
Paul Brown.
no,
It's got-
well, no. This is
Chuck
my Mount
Noll.
Rushmore.
Oh, you're Mount Rushmore.
Tom
Paul
Landry,
Brown.
Paul Brown,
About
Vince
Chuck Noll.
Lombardi, and reluctantly Bill Belichick.
Oh God.
Hey, Scott. Since
It's
the-
already starting, Elliot. See how he put Belichick in there? Oh,
Yeah.
so I could be a Tom Brady fan when they start winning games down here in Tampa Bay.
No, stop it.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be rooting for Tom Brady before long.
Those are that's my Mount Rushmore. Dallas is
But
4A.
let me get my point out here,
Go
How
ahead.
about Shula?
Scott. Ever since your "What the hell are we gonna talk about?" challenge 5 weeks ago, okay? It seems like the shows are getting longer and longer and longer.
Because we're 5 minutes over, and I don't give a
It's
shit.
better.
Bro, dude, I know, man. Like, and
And
this kid is
nobody
not
even
letting me
knows.
put him
Nobody.
down.
It's not even phasing anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
let's go flying.
And
I'm
John's
live
still
from
here.
having
watch.
John
when
hasn't-
sports
John
comes
hasn't
back,
booked
we ain't
out
gonna
yet.
know
He
what to talk about.
He hasn't
When
got that
sports-
text from the wife yet, so he's all good.
When sports
Yeah, because I'm
comes
taking
back,
care of the kid.
That's it.
sports comes back, we're not gonna know what to talk about.
I'm live
Fine,
from
baby.
having fun.
Fine, baby.
Hmm?
Puppy monkey, baby.
Oh,
Oh,
He
you know
loves-
what?
he's loving it.
The only
What's
thing
it
I loved
doing?
about that commercial, Puppy Monkey Baby or whatever the fuck it was.
stop that.
The only thing that I liked about that commercial is that it pissed Jeff the fuck off. Oh man.
Puppy monkey, baby.
Yeah, he
He
hated
didn't
that
have no
commercial.
hair. He didn't have no hair, but he grew some every
Puppy
time that
monkey
fucking
baby.
shit came
Yeah,
on.
he hated that commercial. I remember that. Yes.
Oh, with a passion, dude.
There are two phrases I never want to hear again. It's puppy, monkey, baby, baby shark.
Monkey, baby.
There you go.
Puppy monkey, baby. Puppy monkey, baby. Puppy monkey, baby. Puppy monkey, baby.
Puppy Monkey Baby.
Stop it. Stop it.
That commercial was awful. By
Gotta
the way.
love. I love
Goes
baby
into
laughs.
the commercial hall of shame as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I mean,
All right,
you know,
Bob, turn that shit off.
it gets easier and easier.
Just for
No.
you, Kenny.
No. Stop it.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about next week because of the draft.
Stop it.
Doing Baby Shark?
Bob, I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna dump you, Bob. I'm gonna dump you.
You
I don't know what's
him.
worse, that or the Celine Dion. Well, I'm gonna take off because I got this one and
Yeah, it's time to close up shop, guys, for the week.
I'm closed.
Gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy the rest
Yeah,
of
we're
your
not
week.
getting
Enjoy
paid
the
overtime
draft.
here, so.
I know.
Enjoy the draft. We'll talk about that next Sunday.
Okay.
We'll actually have something to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Draft's coming up. Smack talking commences.
I have a feeling there's going to be a bunch of trades
Draft
this
Day
week.
the movie. Don't forget Draft
You
Day the
said
movie.
you think
Yeah,
that there
watch
will or
Draft
there
Day.
won't?
Watch
Yes, there
Draft
will.
Day.
There will be a bunch of trades this week.
Yes, there are. There can be a bunch of.
I'm on the other side of the spectrum. I'm thinking no.
You don't think so?
And you thought Tom Brady would never leave New England.
Yeah, I'm. You know what? I'm looking to see what's going to happen with Tua, where he's going to go.
Yeah.
That's my biggest
I'm
thing
gonna-
right now is what's going to happen with Tua.
I think he's going to
I'm
end
gonna
up
make
being
a prediction.
a dud no matter where he goes.
So
I'm going to make a prediction.
yeah,
Tua goes to the Dolphins.
that's
Rumor
the
has it he might be
projection.
dropping.
That's the major consensus. He's going to go to the Dolphins. Yes, but who knows? It's the draft.
You know what?
Anything
If he goes to the Dolphins, that could be the end of his career before it even starts.
can happen.
I think his career's over no matter where he goes.
Oh God!
Career's already got one foot in the grave. So.
All right, I'm going to stop the stream. Everybody on Facebook, thank you for coming in. We appreciate
Thank
it. We
you,
love you guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Sunday at 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. We are the Sports Nerds on behalf of my co-host Bob the Beer Man Pizer, John Olson with his boy Iggy Lamba, and Kenny Costo. We are the Sports Nerds, and we are out.
Ciao.